Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Dark Supersonic and Hypersonic. That's right, my two Supersonic figures have been customized and reworked into two of Sonic's coolest forms. As is the standard for my custom Sonic figure showcases, I'll go over materials really quick. So for the base coats, I used gloss black spray paint and satin white spray paint. These are Krylon brand, and they're pretty efficient at keeping a nice even layer if you know how to use spray paint. Then I used Vallejo model color acrylic paints to do all of the additional details, and for Hypersonic I did extra quills, so he got some milliput epoxy putty sculpted in for extra quills. And then I painted the eyes on Hypersonic and then made this really cool dark effect on Dark Sonic. Well, let's go further in depth with these two. For this showcase, we're going to start off with Dark Sonic because he was the first figure that I finished. Long story short, these two were a pain in the butt to work on because the weather conditions aren't exactly what I hoped they would be. For instance, I would be painting my figures and then I would realize, oh hey, it's not sunny or it's not warm outside yet. So it would take a while for them to dry, and I was super impatient a couple of times. So when I did the spray paint layers, I was super impatient and I picked it up early and some of the paint chipped off and I'm just like, well, guess I'm not doing it. But then I did it, so we're good. So I didn't want Dark Sonic to be just completely one flat color in terms of his appearance. So what I did was I did a combination of purple and blue and black, and mix the paints together and put the brush in water. Kind of made like a wash, coloring. And so I just basically put it all over, and it gave this really nice like dark aura effect. I think it just adds a lot of character. I had to go over the muzzle, the ears, and the belly in sort of the similar peach color to his arms, just so it would match. And then I added a mouth, and I completely painted the eyes white because I always liked the sort of glowy effect of Dark Sonic's eyes. And then I replaced the open hand with a fist, which I just so happened to have, which worked out really well. And then for the shoes, I even painted the bottom, just so that way if he was in a stop motion video, he could be flying and you could tell there's a lot of details. Or just, for show. So I had to take apart the figure, both figures actually, and there's a little bit of super glue because even after reassembling the figures, they kept falling apart, so I just had to do that, and now they are fully functional Jakks customs. There is some chipped paint on the joints, but that's to be expected. I feel like it doesn't matter which characters you do or what paints you use or sealants, but it's gonna happen, guys, so don't be too upset if it happens to your customs, because that's just what's gonna happen. It can't really be helped, unless if you got like some sort of dye. Maybe that would work, but I don't know. So yeah, that's Dark Sonic. Of course, our second figure is Hypersonic, and like I said with when I was holding Dark Sonic, yeah, these figures were a pain in the butt, and that's not saying that lightly. Like, the quills were easy, it was just like, okay, just add 5 more quills, make it look pretty good. It was just a painting process. I don't know what it was about it, but it just, nothing went right. But I think that's mainly because when I disassembled Hypersonic, the body just broke. There's a peg that connects both the front and back pieces together. That thing broke. Like, I was trying to be super gentle with it too. And I think this is the Supersonic from the 3-pack. And I've heard a lot of complaints about how the figures kind of lack quality control. And I think that's what that is. So, unfortunately, I got a fodder Supersonic, but I made him into a Hypersonic figure that I think looks pretty dang good. So, yeah. I did the same thing with Dark Sonic. I repainted the mouth because I thought this would look better. Then I repainted the eyes a purple color. And then I had to go and repaint the muzzle, the ears, and the belly once again. And then I just pretty much added a couple more layers of white. I couldn't get a rainbow effect going, sadly, but I think just having a white color for the hyper form is pretty good. I didn't have to do any changes to his shoes or gloves. So yeah, once again I had to super glue the body together, and then you got the chipped paint on the joints. That's just gonna happen. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, despite there being a lot of like issues with making these customs, it was a lot of fun when I was able to get a lot done. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for this showcase. I'm definitely planning to make more forms for Sonic. I just don't know like what else I'm gonna do yet. So yeah, that pretty much covers everything. So I hope you enjoyed this little showcase of my custom Sonic figures. I'll give you a good look at these guys one more time before I go. Yeah, I'm extremely proud of the work I did here, despite the hiccups, because the hiccups were only a small inconvenience when comparing it to the final product. I am absolutely proud to not only own the figures that made these figures possible, or these customs possible, but just being able to create a new hobby out of customizing figures. That's been a real treat. So thank you guys for your patience on these guys. I'm so happy I got to show them to you. With that being said, I am gonna sign off. Hope you all have a great day or night. Stay safe, be well, and take care. Leave a like, leave a comment, share your thoughts, share with a friend, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.